I don't think it is from Canton. I think it's probably from Milton Keynes in the 1970s, but that's all right because it's packed full of Asian flavors. And the fact that we've developed these dishes in this country and we've taken ownership over them makes me want to eat them even more. And I cook this dish a lot because it's so simple. And now I'm going to show you how easy it is. Canton beef is basically beef and tomato.
And I have a very special Western ingredient.
I use tomato ketchup, but then I use loads and loads of layers of Asian flavors in there that's going to give it all of its nice Eastern promise.
As always, with a stir fry, prep the veg first. Start with slicing some white onion.
What's really nice about this dish is, number one, it's simplicity, but number two, it's because it's probably all the stuff you've got left in your fridge after a week's shop. So we're going to go quite thick strips because I want them to hold their own against the tomato ketchup. And I'm going to put 3 tomatoes in this. And because it is beef and tomato, the tomato needs to be prominent. My dad doesn't really eat that much Western Asian foods, but he will eat this dish, or his version of it. There's something really fresh about it. Spring onions, put them in. About the same size as all that veg. Look at that uniformity. It's so gorgeous. And then 3 cloves of garlic crushed down. And then really roughly chop them. I've got some water chestnuts left over in the fridge, so I'm just going to whack those in as well. Let's go on to our beef. Sirloin, you could use any other bit of meat. I'm going to take off the fat.
Find the grain and then cut the sirloin diagonally, roughly the same size as the vegetables.
So you're looking for nice big chunks of meat. Beef and tomato Canton, all the way from Leicester. Our beef. Now, let's do our run. So here we've got our Asian flavors, oyster sauce, soy sauce, and then we're jumping all the way over into the UK or America with our tomato ketchup. Here we go. Right, beef in. You're going to seal this. Keep it moving around. Don't toss it yet. You've got oil in there. You don't want the flames to hit it. A little bit of seasoning just to help it on its way. Then we're moving all of our meat up to the outside. You don't want to overcook it.
As the sirloin starts to char slightly, add the sliced white onions.
Now, the onions are just starting to colour. So then, chunks of ginger, chunks of garlic in. When they start releasing the flavour, we're going to go in with our peppers. There we go. Oh, party time. OK, peppers in. Keep it moving all around. Gorgeous. I mean, the beauty of the wok is just incredible, isn't it? One pot does everything. Isn't it amazing? In with our tomatoes. They're going to add some nice softness and some natural water. OK.
Now for the spring onions, water chestnuts, and chili flakes.
Look at that. Look at those colours. Can you see that? Look at the colours. OK, right. Tiny bit of shaoxing. Right to the centre of the wok.
I'm using plum wine, but if you don't have it, use some dry sherry instead.
As soon as the shaoxing goes on, we now know we're cooking Asian. This is no longer just fried beef and onions. And it's that shaoxing that does it.
For the rich gravy, add 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce for colour and the same amount of light soy. Then 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce.
But it's when the tomato ketchup goes in. OK, 3 tablespoons of that. And the kind of way I like to eat it is I'm going to add some stock through, really create a nice liquid, a heavy liquid, lots of it. White pepper. Yum. OK, so let that just all come together now. Tiny bit of sesame oil before I thicken.
To thicken the sauce, simply add a little bit of corn flour with water and voila.
Yummy, yummy. So good.